Quick question for you. What do you think is the most important thing that you possess? What do you think is the most important thing that you not only possess, but which you have no choice but to possess, and which you can leave behind, and which can continue to enforce your ideas and your presence on the world even after you've shuffled off the mortal coil? Is it money? Is it possessions? Is it family? Perhaps. I put it to you that the most important thing that you can possess, and that you do possess whether you like it or not, is your legacy. So let's have a look at your legacy as two sides of the same coin. The truth of the matter is, you're going to leave a legacy behind. But the legacy you leave behind is going to be largely contingent on the life that you live. Your legacy is everything. If you don't take care, the legacy that you leave could be one which leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. But an important thing to consider and be aware of about your legacy is that tomorrow doesn't care how you act. Tomorrow has no skin in the game, no dog in the fight. Tomorrow is completely impervious to your feelings, your opinions, your thoughts. Tomorrow is impervious to how you want things to be. Tomorrow is only affected by how you do things, the actions that you take, and the frame that you hold. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can nail a better legacy for yourself by engaging in some simple things. I'd like you to acquaint yourself with the notion that silence can be your enemy or it can be your ally. Silence can be golden, or silence can be leaden. Hold that thought, and let's get into having a think about how you use silence in your life, and how you can use it in such ways that it can improve your legacy, and it can help you to maintain your frame and leave a good impression behind you. Greetings, fellow seeker. Would you like to become one of the very small minority of people in this world who subscribe to the Clark Academy? I'd like to appeal to you not to be like the vast majority of people who will watch and move on. I'd like to ask you to vote with your finger, click on subscribe, and then you can receive updates, new technologies, and new ways to make your life work. Subscribe to Lee Clark Academy today, and let's do this thing. Because whatever it is you dare to do, silence can be your enemy or your ally, because if you don't know how to hold your peace, it can end up by you making. Silence can be your enemy or your ally, simply because if you don't know how to hold your frame and you shoot off at the mouth, it can lead you to loss of control, loss of power, loss of respect. But before we start talking about how to maintain a good legacy, let's just acknowledge that we are all creations of our upbringing. We were all raised with heroes, parents, and we were all raised so that we make certain choices. But all of those factors are not the complete story. I'd like to suggest that you, at any time, can draw a line under many of those factors if you wish to. If you want to turn a fresh page and you want to get oriented, and you want to get your compass locked in, and you want to be able to provide yourself with purpose and direction, it is a choice that you can make. But a certain number of things have to be achieved first. The first thing that you have to achieve is a sense of awareness. Awareness about how you got to where you are, and awareness about how you can go forward into a better version of how you want to be. Silence can be leaden and force you to lose your frame, in particular your masculine frame, if you find yourself in fight or flight mode. If you are in fight or flight mode, silence is either going to be the bubbling before the volcano erupts, or it's going to be the sullen, resentful silence because you can't find it in yourself to respond or to articulate what you need to say. But silence can also be golden if it assists you to hold your frame, bite your lip, and not allow yourself to be triggered. If you allow yourself to be triggered and you shoot off at the mouth and you relinquish your frame, what you're doing then is you're outsourcing your responsibilities and you're surrendering your power. So how can we draw a line under sullen, resentful silence and then reframe it as positive and empowering silence? Well, it can be done by starting to cultivate an awareness of three things I would suggest. Try to be aware in any given situation of the outcome that you wish to achieve. Try to be aware of what your noise to signal ratio is. We've discussed this before. You have a high signal, low noise ratio, then you're on the right track. If you start engaging in too much noise with too little signal, then you're giving up your power. And third of all, consider the impact that your words may have if you break your silence. The impact that your words can have should you break your silence could be positive or negative. That's a value judgment that you must be prepared to make. So think in terms of silence being both a tool and an affliction. If it's used correctly, it's a wonderful thing. If it's used incorrectly, it can be ultimately self-harming. What I'm promoting here is that you may have lots of skills and abilities and experience. You may simply, however, be missing a sense of direction. And you may be missing a sense of direction, even a sense of purpose, because you can't lock it in. And some of the noise that you're experiencing is interfering with your ability to lock in your direction. So think in terms of a 3-point circular loop of outcomes, signals, and results. Ask yourself, what is the outcome I want? Ask yourself, what is my signal to noise ratio? And ask yourself, what will be the results of a particular action or inaction? And once you can lock into those three ideas, what you're going to be doing is increasing your sense of awareness about your own destiny, and you'll be increasing your awareness of how you can be instrumental in forming a legacy of which you can be proud. That's all I've got to say for this one, fellow seeker. Thank you for listening. I'll leave you with one thought though. Whatever it is you dare to do or dream, begin it now.